So, his new film, History of Violence. It's a thriller, a typical dark film in its narration with the Cronenberg touch. David Cronenberg has got us used to very strong films. He writes the screenplays, and here's his work from Just Olson screenplay, Maria Bello, Ashton Holmes we have, and Viggo Mortensen. Magnificent moustache. He became an international star since Lord of the Rings.
Well, I think it's not just a dark film, because I think it's also quite a funny film. I think you'll see that when we get an audience, and I take a picture.
Voilà. Oui, voilà. Prenez en photo Viggo Mortensen qui vient d'arriver également et qui lui mange son micro. Évidemment. Ça va être une belle photo. Oui,
so
alors, je vous en prie, David.
You see what I mean? We had this on the film set every day, so it was a fairly funny film set. You know, when you make a film, when you create art, it's not exactly, as they say, a message from Western Union. You know, it's a complex thing. It's an experience that you're asking the audience to have with you, and it has many complex twists and turns. There are emotional levels, there are intellectual levels, there are sort of cinema levels, and in this movie also there are some political levels. So there's not one thing that I think we were all trying to say. It was we were trying to express many complex things about the human condition. And it's understood in art that to be universal, to say something universally true, you have to be specific. You have to say this is a particular man in a particular country and so on. But beyond that, it does have universal resonances, and I think we're also saying that. Yeah. You have to listen to me when I say I'm lazy. See, so for me not to write the script is a relief. It's a relief. It's a relief. I think most writers know that you spend a lot of time trying to avoid writing. And so the way I do that is to pray that some wonderful script will come to me that I can do instead of one of my own. And in this case, it was a wonderful script. I wanted to be very involved. I was involved in rewriting the script, so I was mixing my blood with it. Josh Olson, the writer, and the New Line people were very, very willing to have me collaborate with them as much as I wanted to. So by the time we got to shooting the movie, it was totally felt like my movie. It didn't feel as though it was somebody else's movie that I was borrowing. It feels like me to me.
I think it's a mistake to think or say it's easy. It would be the easy thing to do, to say this is about Americans or even about violence. And as far as being the nice guy at the beginning or any of that, I think that it's a more complicated movie than that. I think people are more complicated, and David's not such a simplistic director, you know. Everybody carries a lot of different aspects in terms of personality, and one's identity changes all the time. So Tom Stahl was always something else and has many other things, and I think it's fluid.
I'd seen a few of David's movies before I met him, and I thought that I was going to be meeting this dark scientist madman, and you meet him and you're just pleasantly surprised that he's just warm, loving family man, and he creates such a safe environment on set for actors to work. You know, I mean, I think actors work their best when they feel comfortable and they feel, you know, like they have the opportunity to play, and that's the atmosphere that David created. So I was, even though this was my first film, I just felt very at home very quickly. And plus, you know, working with the cast, they're also just as wonderful. So it was a real treat.